Hello, friends, and welcome to another edition of Digging Disciples. I am John Grigsby, your host. And for me, as I record this, it's the beginning of 2022. A new year is upon us. Some people think about setting New Year's resolutions, and I'm not really big into setting New Year's resolutions. I like to set goals. And today's scripture, as we think about goal setting, really puts a few of those goals or goal setting into sort of a um, proper setting for me. Okay, so let's look today. Today we're going to be reading from Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. Very well known scripture, and I really only want to look at one word in this scripture. Proverbs chapter 3, starting in verse 5, says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on your own understanding. Think about him in all your ways, and he will guide you on the right paths." Now, I'm reading from the HCSB translation. That's a hardcore Southern Baptist, for those who don't know. And that translation says he will guide you on the right paths. Other translations say, make your path straight, guide you on the right paths, make straight your paths, and direct your paths. And the key, when I read this, I thought the word that really stuck out to me here is paths. It's not just one path, there's several paths. And it says God will guide you on the right paths, or if you're on a path, he will make that path straight or known to you, better known to you, and guide you on that path. And so the word is path. I really want to talk about the word path. Andy Stanley wrote a great book. It's called The Principle of the Path. And I read this several years ago, and I found it the other day. I said, you know what? It's still very relevant. It's a very simple concept that Andy talks about, but it's so good. It's so good to think about the path, about how to get from where you are to where you want to be. And Andy makes a statement in there that I want to reiterate several times here. He says, direction, not intention, determine your destination. Talking about a path here. He says, direction, not intention, determine your destination. So thinking about paths in our lives, paths that we want to pursue, places, the destinations that we want to go to, about relationships that we have, family and friends, or maybe our spouse. What path are we on with those relationships? Our career. What path do you want to take with your career? Hobbies, your finances. Where do you want to be with your finances? Your service, your worship. All these things are paths that we have, that we take, right? And the direction, not our intention, determine our destination. So I live just outside of Knoxville, Tennessee. And if I decided, you know what, me and my wife, we're going to go to the beach. So we pack the car, we get our swim trunks, we get some chairs, we get the beach towels, sunscreen, get everything we need. And we pack the car, load it up, and we go down, we hit Interstate 75, and we turn that car and head north. We will never get to the beach. We'll wind up in Canada probably, but we won't get to the beach. Our intentions were obviously to go to the beach. We loaded, we told our family we're going to the beach, and we'll be back in a little while, a few days. But our direction determined our destination, not our intentions. We had the intention of going to the beach, but our direction took us the other way. It's our direction, not our intention, that determines our destination. And I've got a few points about a path that I like to make up, but like to share with you today. A path is something that you're on, and you don't always see your destination. You may be on a path, and maybe a long path, maybe a curvy path, but you don't always see the destination once you get on the path. But you get on the path knowing you're headed to the right direction. And the path isn't a formula. A plus B plus C will give you D. It's not a formula. It is a direction. A path is a direction, not a formula. Sometimes we need a path checkup. We need somebody to say, hey, am I on the right path? Am I still headed south to go into the beach, or am I going north, going the opposite way? Right? We need a little correction every now and then. Maybe I'm going too fast to get to my destination. Okay. So that is accountability. We need somebody to hold us accountable to be sure that we're headed on the right path, the right direction of the destination in which we want to go. And also, once you have confidence that you're on the right path, it'll help you go more efficiently and more quicker, right? If you know that you're heading the right direction, hey, you can just get up and boogie, go, right? I'm headed the right direction. I'm headed the right direction. I'm headed towards my destination, and I have confidence in that, right? So let me read that scripture again, and you think about the paths that you're following, the destination that you want to go in your relationships, your career, your hobbies, your finances, your health. You think about those things. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on your own understanding. Think about him in all your ways, and he will guide you on the right paths. So as you consider the paths that you want to take to get to the destination that you want to take in all these situations in our life, I wish you blessings as you navigate the paths of life.